Coast to Coast Pick 5. $1 minimum. Player-friendly 15% takeout. Coast to Coast Pick 5.
This week, there's only one Coast to Coast Pick 5 sequence to discuss because Santa Anita has moved their Saturday card to Sunday. I think it was a really good idea for Santa Anita. There was some wet weather forecast in the Southern California area, so Santa Anita said, you know what, let's just move our big races to Sunday, and that's the sequence we are going to look at, that Coast to Coast Pick 5 sequence on Sunday. Gulfstream Park and Santa Anita combined for a Pick 5 from First Racing. It's a 15% low takeout and a $1 minimum base wager, and we give you free DRF pass performances for the sequence. Let's take a look at how I'm going to play the Sunday, March the 3rd sequence, and it's going to start at Gulfstream Park. It's going to start in race number 10. So the first two legs will be at Gulfstream. Then we'll flip on over to Santa Anita for a couple stakes races there. I almost singled the 5 What Say Thee, but I thought the 1 Bohemian Boy could be a little bit sneaky with some inside speed stretching out from some sprint races. This horse actually has won at a mile and a 16th on the turf a long time ago, so he can get this distance. I'm going to use the 1 and the 5 trying to get out of race number 10, the first leg of the Pick 5, too deep in leg number 1 as we move from Gulfstream Park's 10th race to Gulfstream Park's 11th race. I will also be using 2 in this one. I'm going to use the 8 and the 11, and Chloe has a replay in this race for me of the number 8, Mama Bella. This was the last time she raced. She's the number 1 down there on the inside with the red cap, and she was saving ground. She kind of got shuffled back though, and she really got going late in here. I love this energy that she was able to show. She finished a good second, and the horse who won that day was a horse who went wire to wire, and there was no passing. The last 2 races for Mama Bella are kind of sneaky, and I think she's just one step away from getting a victory here in race number 11 at Gulfstream Park on Sunday. So those are the 2 legs from Gulfstream Park. We move on over to Santa Anita. They have a couple stakes races that are going to be in the Coast to Coast Pick 5. This one is the Grade 1 Kill Row. Easter on Sunday. Actually, Sunday for Easter. Easter's the horse to beat, no doubt about it, folks. Goliath is the horse to catch. I think a real intriguing one could be Prince of Bama. Even though he's coming off a long layoff, he might get a perfect trip in here because Easter is a deeper closer. So, you know, with Goliath being on the lead, maybe first piece pushing him, it could set up for a horse like Prince of Bama to just fall into a really nice spot if he can sit a little closer than Easter. Let's go 1, 2, and 8 in the Kill Row Mile. We move along to the Big Cap. This one is going to go as race number 8, and it's at a 1.25 miles. I'm going to use 3 in here. Highland Falls has never tried stakes company, but he is sharp. This is not a strong group, a deep group at all for the Big Cap. Highland Falls would be no surprise for him to show up and run well in here. I'm expecting Newgate to be more aggressively handled. I just think they weren't able to get to the lead last time, and that gave New Grange a much softer trip. Expecting a better effort from Subsanador. He's now been in the barn of Sadler for a while. He'll now make his second start back off the long layoff. So I'm just expecting just a much sharper effort from Subsanador. Let's get to the closeout leg. Race number 10 at Santa Anita. It's the Grade 2 Buena Vista. This one is a really intriguing race going a mile on the turf. The number 4, Bella Bell, I think is a major player in here. She went gate to wire last time out off the long layoff, but she does not need the lead. She can sit off. She's a must-use in all the exotics for me. Others on the outside, like the number 9, Lakota Spirit, I think you want to include. She's really improved since coming into the Phil D'Amato barn, and she has faced lone speed winners in her last, 3 losses. She's lost to Linda's Gift a couple times, who's now a multiple-graded stakes winner. Mafi on the outside could sit a really nice trip and should have a little more pace to run at in here. Let's take a look at how we put it all together on this ticket. So I normally try to keep it in the 70 to about 100 range at the most. But since there's only one Pick 5 this week, figured let's just make sure we use all the horses. And if you want to, put a little more coverage on your ticket this week because there's only one of them, maybe that's the approach as well. Every single Saturday, Sunday that there's a Coast to Coast Pick 5, we'll be here with you previewing the races. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get tons of great videos like this from all the DRF staff, from Dan Illman and DRFTV previewing and looking at all the big races. And thanks to First Bet for the great promotion they have with this Coast to Coast Pick 5 each and every weekend. We'll be back to talk about this next Saturday. Thanks again to Chloe and Lucia for helping producing these videos. Good luck this weekend.